If, on February 14th, you receive a letter with no postage stamp, do not open it. They already know who you want to love, and they want you to love them forever. The year is 2003. The town of Marion, Ohio. Independent television station WZRO has been broadcasting since 1987, airing local news, advertisements for farmers markets, and late-night programs. But starting December 2002, technicians notice an anomaly. Every night at 3:33 a.m., the broadcast interrupts with a 90-second segment. A red screen, white text that types itself, "You have not yet met your true other half, but she is already walking toward you." Then static noise and a photograph. Not a typical image. It is the viewer, but 20 years older, with a stranger beside them. Embracing, happy, children in the background, and a date in the corner. February 14th, 2025. Technical director Howard Krentz thought it was a hacker attack. He changed protocols, installed new firewalls, even cut the power. The segment appeared anyway. He wrote to the FBI. Agents came, watched the recording, suggested he see a psychiatrist. On January 17th, 2003, Krentz saw his own photo. Beside him stood a woman with green eyes like his deceased wife. On the back were dates: their wedding, birth of children, death. All in the future. He never remarried. He had no children. The station closed February 4th, officially due to bankruptcy. Unofficially, Krentz disappeared that night when the signal last activated. They found his apartment empty. On the table, a pink envelope, unsealed. Empty. February 14th, 2025. 47 people across the country received letters with no stamps, no return address, written in their own handwriting. Inside, photographs printed on old paper, smelling of 90s printing ink. On each, the viewer embraces a stranger, children, a house, a dog, a perfect life that never was. Mark Davis, architect from Chicago, 34 years old, unmarried, no children, recognized himself in the photo with a gray beard. Beside him, a woman laughing at the camera. He had never seen her, but her hand rested on his as if they had known each other for 50 years. On the back of the envelope, coordinates: the Nevada desert, 300 miles from the nearest city. Mark did not go. At first, but that evening his neighbor, 78-year-old Mrs. Wilson, knocked on his door. "You got one too?" she asked, holding pink paper. "I saw it in 1979, on my father's television. I thought I was going mad. But now, here." She showed her photo. Young Mrs. Wilson with a man who resembled Mark. The date on the back. February 14th, 2025. They drove together. 45 other cars moved along that same highway that night. No driver knew the others. All thought they traveled alone. The concrete block resembled a military facility from the 1950s. The door was steel, with no lock. It opened easily, as if waiting. Inside, a corridor branching into 47 rooms, each labeled with a name. Mark found his, number 23. The room was a copy of his apartment, but better. Books he wanted to read. A guitar he abandoned at 20. The smell of coffee from his childhood and lavender he hated, but here it smelled right. On the wall, a large screen. When Mark entered, it turned on by itself. The video began with a wedding. He in a tuxedo, she, the woman from the photo, in a white dress. Not professional filming, homemade, unsteady. Children were born, grew, he aged, she grayed beside him. Years passed in minutes. Death came quietly. He lay in bed. She held his hand. The final frame, her face above the coffin. Then static noise. Mark sat in the room for 3 days. Food appeared on the table every morning. His favorite dishes, warm, fresh. Water at perfect temperature. In the bathroom, his brand of shampoo. Everything was for him. Everything was love. But the door would not open. It had no handle on the inside. Cameras were found a month later. A group of lost tourists stumbled upon the bunker by accident. The doors stood open. Inside, 47 rooms, 47 beds, 47 screens showing static noise. The people were gone. On the walls, chalk writings in their handwriting. She never came. I waited. This is not the love I dreamed of. The screen lies. They watch but do not see. The last writing in the farthest room, number 47, Mrs. Wilson. I met him in 1979. He was dead then. I know, but I wanted to anyway. In each room, a pink envelope on the pillow. Empty. Addressee, the same person who lived there. Date of sending, February 14th, 2026. The FBI found no traces. No fingerprints except those belonging to the missing. No foreign DNA. No explanation how 47 people could vanish from sealed rooms without ventilation. But Agent Morris, who sealed the bunker, found another envelope. Not in a room, but in the corridor, under the security camera. Addressed to him, his handwriting, his address. Inside, a photo. Him, older. Beside him, a woman he had never seen. Children. A dog. And the date on the back. February 14th, 2026. Morris drove home that night. Told his wife he was taking leave. Locked himself in his study. At 3:33 a.m. his phone turned on by itself. An old recording from WZRO, which did not exist in archives. Red screen. Text. You have not yet met your true other half, but she is already walking toward you. Then a photo. Not him. Her. His wife, older, with a stranger. Happy. Children they could not have. Morris left the house at 4 a.m. The gate camera recorded him holding a pink envelope and smiling. For the first time in 10 years. Today is February 14th. If at 3:33 a.m. your phone, television, or radio shows a red screen, do not watch until the end. If you receive a letter with no stamp, do not open it. If you see a photo where you are happy with a stranger, burn it. They do not want to love you. They want you to believe that you can be loved. And when you believe, you will go to them yourself. The bunker address changes every year. The coordinates are always different, but always empty, always waiting, always ready. 47 rooms, 47 beds, 47 screens, and a place for you. February 14th, 2026 is approaching. I waited for you all my life. I knew you would come. I saw it on the screen. Final recording from Agent Morris's dictaphone, found in the Arizona desert, February 17th, 2025. Beside it, a pink envelope. Empty. Addressee, your name.